Continuing our November series of characters born in November, we have another guy who's pretty cool that I personally love. I wasn't good at playing him, but he was fun to play with. Most Street Fighter characters have dark backstories, right? Revenge, lost mentors, world domination, inner demons. And then there's Hakan, a man so oiled up he could give Diddy a run for his money. But beneath all that shine, there's actually a deep, surprisingly wholesome character. A man molded by love, tradition, and olive oil. Lots and lots of olive oil. Let's start with where Hakan comes from, shall we? From a place called Turkey, a land of rich history, strong family ties, and olive trees, of course. Lots and lots of olive trees. From a young age, Hakan was surrounded by two things: family and tradition. His father and ancestors were olive oil producers, and that family trade shaped who he became. But what's cool is how this shaped his personality, too. See, growing up in that environment taught him that work isn't just work, it's pride. He inherited not only the business, but also the mindset that success should be shared with your community and family. So while Ryu was meditating under waterfalls and Bison was out here trying to colonize people's souls, Hakan was perfecting the art of bottling oil, keeping his family business alive. That environment made him into a showman with a strong sense of heritage. His fighting style, inspired by traditional Turkish oil wrestling, isn't just about power, it's about technique, respect, and a little bit of fun. Now, lore wise, Hakan isn't chasing fame or vengeance. He's on a quest for something far more nobler, making the perfect oil formula. I mean, if he has money and he's rich already, why don't he just like buy some scientists or whatever and find it that way? But I mean, that's probably something I would have done. But this man enters Street Fighter 4 not to fight world crime, not to overthrow a dictator, but to find a better oil recipe. To each his own. Yeah, I can't believe this dude joined an international tournament just for research and development. I mean, just hire somebody. I mean, yeah, I mean, just go to the lab. Why you gotta go to the tournament? Hakan is the CEO of his own olive company, a loving husband, and a proud father. His motivation comes from wanting to make life better for his daughters. He literally says he wants to make the best oil in the world for his family's future. In a franchise full of murderers, monks, and mutants, that's actually kind of beautiful. Where Ryu seeks enlightenment, Hakan seeks improvement for his craft, his business, and his loved ones. He's proof that ambition doesn't always have to be dark. It can be goofy, wholesome, and profitable. So, what factors make Hakan the way he is today? First off, his family. He's surrounded by love and support. His wife, his daughters, and his employees, they all love the guy. That warmth turned him into an extroverted, optimistic guy. He's not afraid to laugh at himself or compliment his opponents mid fight. He's also driven by pride, but not arrogance. He wants to prove that Turkish oil wrestling deserves global recognition, and he does it with charisma instead of an ego. Psychologically, here's how Hakan stacks up. He's very extroverted, highly on the extroversion scale. The man literally greets people mid battle. He loves company and thrives on energy. He's very agreeable. He's friendly, supportive, and genuinely kind. A walking PR campaign for olive oil. Now he's conscientious, very conscientious. He's can multitask very easily. He runs a business and he fights in an international tournament. You got to have a lot of discipline for that. He's very open to the, he's willing to travel the world to innovate his products. I'm sure he wouldn't be opposed to bungee jumping or skydiving. Neuroticism, very low. Now, what is neuroticism? Neuroticism is when you think the world is you're just anxious all the time. Everything's out to get you. You're paranoid. You're always you're always fearful. You're always stressing when it doesn't need to be stressing. But people who are higher on the neuroticism scale tended to avoid dangerous situation compared to their altered counterpart. But he's very low on the neuroticism scale. You can probably spill oil on his taxes and he'll still laugh it off. Nothing really phases the guy. All of this makes him one of the most mentally balanced fighters in the franchise. He's not tortured, vengeful, or power hungry. He's just having fun while living out his passion for olive oil. In other words, Hakan's the rare street fighter who fights not out of pain, but just for the pure joy of it. Hakan is the living embodiment of balance between old and new, strength and humor, business and art. He's proof that even in a world of monsters and martial arts masters, you can still be a good man with a good laugh and some really, really good oil. So next time someone picks Hakan and starts greasing up that arena, remember, you're not just fighting a man. You're fighting a legacy that runs slicker than destiny itself. So Hakan was born November 13th, and he sealed his spot in the November series. So tune in next time. I'll have another video game character for you who is born in the glorious month of November. So ta-ta for now.